Hey there students, this video is for grades 5 through 8. This is to talk a little bit about Chromebook care and how you're going to take care of your Chromebook. So first off, we give you the Chromebook in these keep-in cases. Your Chromebook should stay in this case at all times. Please do not take your Chromebook out. We specifically bought these cases so that it protects the edges of your Chromebook. If this should happen to drop, this is a case that we want your Chromebook to stay in at all times. With your Chromebook case, there's a shoulder strap. I want to show you very quickly just how to properly carry your Chromebook. Your shoulder strap should go over your opposite shoulder. This way the Chromebook can stay closer to your body. Now notice on me right now, this is really high. This is kind of like up in my armpit, and that's not very comfortable. You can adjust these sliders. So after this video is done, if you have your Chromebook, you might want to try this. You can adjust these sliders. Best way to adjust the slider is to set the Chromebook down on a table. So if you want to follow me over here to the table, you can adjust these sliders so you can make them longer and shorter. There's two sliders. And they are a little tough, so do your best to kind of pull on them. And you want to get the Chromebook at a position where it's kind of at your hip, kind of like a satchel bag would be, so that as you walk, it stays close to your body. What we've seen over the past few years is that students that carry them on their shoulders like this, they tend to drop them or they tend to slide off on accident. By putting them over the opposite shoulder, you're carrying it a lot better, so please do that. When you open the Chromebook, you want to be careful not to bend the neck too far back. You don't want to push too far back on this because we've had accidents happen where this kind of pops out or it might damage the neck of the Chromebook. So as you open your Chromebook, just be careful to get it up into that kind of position, but don't push too far back. We also ask that you don't lift your Chromebook by the monitor. You should never pick up your Chromebook like this. You should also never pick it up like this while it's open. Always pick your Chromebook up at the base if you just need to move it to another location very quickly. Otherwise, you should always be closing your Chromebook and carrying it and zipping up the bag so that the Chromebook stays within the bag. So when you're in a classroom, a teacher's going to tell you where you should keep your Chromebook. Some teachers might have chairs that have a little shelf on the bottom. You probably don't want to keep your Chromebooks on the floor. You run the risk of somebody stepping on them. Some teachers might have a shelf just like this. If you take a look over here, maybe they'll have an area where they'll have you stack your Chromebooks up in the corner when they're not being used. So follow your teacher's guidance on where you should keep your Chromebooks in the classroom. So with your Chromebook, when you receive your Chromebook, you're also going to receive your charger. We want you to keep your chargers at home. You shouldn't be bringing your chargers to school. The reason for that is we don't want you to lose them. Also, you should be charging your Chromebook nightly, so please keep your chargers at home. If some of you do have a family situation where maybe you're with mom part of the time and dad part of the time, or you go to another home, you can take your Chromebook charger with you, that's okay, but just in those circumstances, please always keep your Chromebook charger at home. With your chargers, when you're charging at home, it's a good idea to always make sure that your Chromebook is laying flat somewhere. Depending on the type of Chromebook you have, you may plug the charger in on this corner or on that corner. You'll have to look and figure out which corner has your charging port. When you do plug in your charger, you don't necessarily have to open the bag. You could just unzip a little bit and feel in there and press the charging cord in so that it clicks. If you don't feel that click, it probably means that your Chromebook isn't charging. Depending on the type of Chromebook you have, when you do plug in the charging port, if you want to come a little closer, I'll show you this here. If you plug in, there might be a little light right next to the charging port, or some of our Chromebooks have a little light up here that shows that charging is occurring. So just make sure that your Chromebook is actually charging at night. Another thing that we tell students about plugging in is when you do plug in to an outlet, make sure you know whether or not that outlet is part of a light switch. If your Chromebook didn't charge last night, but you know that it was plugged in, the chances are it might be activated by a light switch. So make sure you know which outlet you're plugging into and if the light switch needs to be on or not. So some other things I want to tell you about your device. These devices are set up so you should only be signing in with your franklin-savers.org account. So these are only meant to be school devices. You should not be signing in with any personal accounts. With your device, everything is tracked. Your emails, any chat, any web history, all of that is tracked. Even if you go into the settings and try to delete your history, everything is kept in the history of the district because this is a Google Apps account you're given to by your school district. So just know that. We're giving you a lot of great power with these devices, and with great power comes great responsibility. Hashtag Spider-Man. Okay, so make sure you guys are being responsible with these devices. One very important thing we've learned over the last few years, make sure you're not trying to use your Chromebook on the bus. The buses don't have Wi-Fi capability. Please don't be opening your Chromebooks on the bus. We've had some incidents where students have done that and the buses, they bounce quite a bit and they've fallen and broken. Chromebooks should not be used on the bus.
When placing the Chromebook bag in your locker, we ask that you please place it on the bottom of the locker, leaning against the wall just like this. Please do not place the Chromebook on any of the hooks in the locker, as we found that sometimes the Chromebooks will fall or you might not be able to close your locker. If anything happens with your device where there's an accident, a screen breaks, something's not working correctly, please get permission from your teacher to come to the Tech Depot desk in the library and someone will help you. If there is any damage that is done to your device, this is a list of the typical charges that could occur, and you can see here exactly what those charges are. This is also included in the one-to-one handbook that is available on the Franklin District website. If a charge does need to occur, your family would be invoiced by the district.
So those are the expectations we have for you with our district Chromebooks. We hope you guys have a great year. There'll be some other Chromebook camp sessions where you'll learn more how to use your device, and thanks for watching.